Evening. Different scenery here, I've moved. Anyway, I'm in the double reedy. This morning from Puffers over that way, I saw a chunk roll basically about 10-15 yards to the left where I see that show last week and baited. Watched for half an hour, didn't see nothing else. Wind sort of dropped, rain disappeared because it was like a savage night, them storms, but it weren't nothing like it should have been what they were forecasting. Flew over here in the boat, got the rods out, doing a couple of mag features, and standing by the rods, got a bleep, tip pulls down because they're in savage clips. Felt like a good one, had to go out in the boat, got me around another line, and then horrible feeling, one pull, you pull out. God, it's terrible, especially fish like this, but it shows you like the baiting worked, the location was spot on. Can't always catch them. It was on a dark side rig, snowman set up with a pink pop up on that one. Got two on pink, two on yellow. But look at the sunset in the background, that's what Fenn's all about, lovely. Hopefully before I go Thursday and all the rest of it, I might get another chance. I mean, I felt really confident when I come across here, and I still do now. It's just a sickening feeling of losing one. Too precious when they're Cam's babes. Anyway, me and Dan are going to have takeaway, a couple of drinks, a couple of beers, and then keep an ear out, and then hopefully sometime tomorrow I might get a show, but you never know, I might get a bite. Anyway, I'm disappearing. There's Dan in the background. It's been a couple of days since I lost that one over Fenn, and I see nothing else. It's flipping freezing, and I should have moved behind the wind anyway, but I stuck it out. So I've come over, there's a kingfisher. I've come over to Woolpack. Straight away I found them out here. And I'm on Lake 7. This is a swim what I ain't fished a lot. They're basically round in there. And about to get in with chest waders. Fuzzing around, I've got two round there. I've got one on a dark side but with a pop-up rig, and I've got a long running chod. It took me several casts. I felt one on the way down which weren't good, till I got a donk, which that's with the dark side pop-up rig, and then the chod one was really soft, and I've got one tucked round just round there, right where I've caught them before. Was it last December? No, 2 Decembers ago, just round there, casting from over the other side there. I treed 3 30-pound commons in 24 hours, so that was, yeah, first week of December. It's a good place to be on at the start, what I call like February, March, the spring, and it's a good time to be sort of towards the end of everything. They're really like enclosed lakes, covered with like a hell of a lot of trees around here, tall willows and that, so it sort of keeps the cold off a hell of a lot more. So I've just been watching them fizzing around there. They're definitely back there again now. The dark side rig was I've done too many casts really, but there you go. I think it was 5 in the end, 4 or 5. Proper like sheeting it up, but I've just fished this, just a single pop up on that, and the other one's probably about 25 foot to the right of it, and it's over about 40-50 baits, krill, soaked in L030 and a tiny little bit of hemp oil. So it's looking really good. I got the pop up as well as on a sticky baits Buckerberry 15 or 16 miller. I've actually put it on a multi-rig, never caught a carp on one of them. What's going wrong? I'm definitely losing the plot here. Like, starts getting dark at 5, which it is now. Because the clocks have gone funny again. And then you start noticing like winter's coming. The last 2 nights have been really cold, down to 2 degrees. It's going to be the same tonight. I've got 2 more, well, I've got tonight and another night, and then I've got to go home. What is it? Books have been delivered Friday at 10 AM at the storage place, so got to get that sorted. So I'll be home sometime Thursday night, going fishing, probably poaching somewhere within 50 miles of around this way, call it. And that's Sunday night, and then Monday I've got like that tuition to do, and then I'm out with the missus. Got to take the old Vito in for its 60,000 mile service, so I need to buy a new one, I think. So that was funny. I said that to her the other day, the missus. I'm gonna think I might get myself a transport or something like that. She said, well, I've got an older car than you, so it's my turn now. I did laugh. There you go. I'm the only one fishing 5, 6, 7 and 8. Oh, they're growing in that 5, 6. There's one there, you know the one I stalked it in the edge last, was it last year, was it? 3612, that lineary one. Looks a bit like the client in a way. Typical sort of like Cam's carp looking creature. Well, that come out the other day, 39.10 now. It's mental. All growing like hell in there. There's another one come out. Shouldn't maybe saying all this, but after the fish kill, you know, there was, what was it, a common Willie died, one I had, cluster died, a 45 mirror, the biggest one, and then paddle, the 50-pound common, that died all within a few weeks, which was a bummer. It's starting to all come back, and the other ones, there was one that hadn't been out for 3 years, like a 28 something, fully scaled. Anyway, it come out, say, I don't know, 6, 7 weeks ago, 35 something, hadn't been out for 3 years. There's loads of 35 pluses in there now. There's about maybe 7 I haven't had out the whole population, and then that, sorry about the word to be used, that bitch, the slopehead, another sighting, but it's 5 years now. Bizarre, but there you go. Anyway, I'm going to go around so I can look into the bay. I might show you. I'm expecting after dark to see like heads coming out and stuff like that. So bear with me. Just coming down into this bay where I'm fishing to the left. Not a lot of people fishing here either. Deepest part of the lake, very silty. Just out here. Go. So I'm like getting in chesties in the swim I'm in, wading out and then casting rounds. It's really hard to pick up the fizz in here, but I definitely see something there a little while ago. And then I just had Andy, the fishery owner, around, and he said he's been seeing them in here. No one's fished it for weeks and weeks, basically since I was last here. So it's an area they've been using a hell of a lot. Books flying, loads and loads and loads of pre-orders. It's gone mental. If you haven't pre-ordered it or whatever you want your Christmas present, I wouldn't leave it too long because you won't get it. There's that many been light sold. Just go on my website, which is www.jimshelleyuncut.co.uk, and I'm launching it at the Sandown show on the Johnson Ross stand. So if you want to come and see me down there, and we can talk a bit of carp and a bit of therapy. I'm hoping after dark though you're going to start seeing them. They normally start all this crap after dark. You start getting more bites at night as well. Anyway, I'm going to watch for a little while. Hopefully by the morning I might have something to tell you. 10 minutes later, just to the right of the swim, so I'm now at the bay. One's just rolled on that wind line, so it might be something to note when it's cold and all that. Fish on the back of the wind. I was just talking to the missus in the bivvy and just heard that go over and big old ripples. So Mr. Carp's about, so it's only just, I don't know, 15 yards max to the right of my right hand rod. I think I'm going to get a show out of here tonight. The wind's got up and I mean more of like an open sort of swim here. There's one of Andy's wind lanes there, and God, that wind is freezing. So they're going to be like just on the back of the wind, just into it, just in the calm. That was just right on that line there, black. Right, this is another session, Lake 7 on the Woolpack. 4 days after I left the last time I blogged you. Now it's got noticeably colder, there's a wind on here. I don't really want to be on the wind unless they're showing, but this is ideal. On the back, on the side of the wind as it goes over. And I was fishing last week over there. So that means that the fish were in here last time. This is where I should have fished really, basically last time. And then I could have really found my rods out without having to get in the water and that. But there you go. I was more worried about fishing over there if they did show. I'd like to show around that reed line near that corner there. Oh, here we go, playing up. Books are done now, so been signing. I can't go fishing unless I've signed enough for the period I'm going to go fishing. So that means signing them, wrapping them, boxing them, and then my wife Jane, she sorts it all out on the computer, getting all the labels printed and all the rest of it. So 3,000 were delivered, 11, just after 11 a.m. sorry, on Friday. So it was just under 4 tonne. Mental. There you go. So I've managed to get a load done, boxed up, ready to rock, and I'm down here. It's Sunday evening. I've got all my rods ready. So there you go. What I mean ready, I've sat here, so look, you can see, look, as I'm working, doing my rigs. Straight off the barra. And I can watch the water at the same time. See, look, so everything's ready to go. Because what I'm going to do probably is wait till they show after dark. I know they're going to show after the dark. It's normally within half an hour of it being dark, so it's not going to be long. We'll see, but I had one of them signs from the carp gods. Over a spot over there. I don't want to point more too much towards it, but it's a rainbow and it ended right over the spot. So if I don't see anything sharpish, let's say in the next hour or so, I'm going to come in here. And a couple of winters ago I was just sort of like doing some writing about the Woolpack here, and I had 3 30-pound commons out this swim in a day, the first few days of December. So it's a good place to be. I've seen them here, and of course I've baited. So everything's looking good, prime. There's no one else on this lake, which is sweet again. All I've got to do is just find them, cast them, bait them, catch them. So I don't want to be like, you imagine, like I might walk for a few hours, who knows, you know what I mean, before I make my decision, and it's like setting all these rods up. What I mean is like tying new rigs, sharpening hooks, meshing hook baits, tying them on, etc, etc. It all adds to the problem, right? Yeah, like, oh, I've got to do that. I haven't got to do it now because they're all sitting in there, puckered a burr. So happy days. All I've got to do is just concentrate on finding them. And the first one, which shoe last week, was just on dark. I mean, it's a bit weird really, because if I'd have like carried on blogging a bit more, I'd have been able to have shown you. And the wind is about the same as when I caught them commons. Alright, I know it's only the first few days into November, but this is a zone they like to come in the winter. It's sort of, the whole lake's deep really, but this drops down into a like deeper hole, so if I've had them here before, or if you've had them before, normally it's an area, especially in the winter, where they come back to. So year after year after year. And like I said, well, there was liners, or not liners, fizzers all in that bay, and then in the night, early hours, even though it was like savage rain and that, I had a few like savage liners on the left hand rod, but it was only an overnighter. So you just got to keep watching, you're waiting for that sign, and it looks perfect. Look, if I was a carp, that's where I'd be, but yeah, sometimes they do end up on a cold wind even in the winter. Nothing's set in stone. So books are flying like hell. So just got to get my money back. And it's I daren't say how much it is flying, and you know, like my old mate Stevie Alcott said, like, don't worry, you'll sell them. But you know, when you've sunk that much money into it, you know, because it ain't just a normal book. It's been done in this country. It's cost a fortune, and there's like several tweaks on it what go on leather bands. This is on the hardback, and plus, you know, it's 1.8 kilo, 578 pages, 536 colour pictures. So no expense has been spared. So I'm a little bit more happier anyway. Anyway, I've got to focus more on making sure these books are right. I still have to fish because it's my job, you know, so at the end of the day I have to keep everything rocking, and the wife, but I go home, what is it, Tuesday morning, so I'm going to fly home, get sorted. We've been invited out to Daniel Clifford's restaurant at the summer house, Midsummer House in Cambridge, and I've booked into an expensive hotel, so that's a little getaway for us at the moment. And on the way I've got to drop my Merc Vito into Mercedes and have it serviced. So there you go. But as soon as that van is in the phones are going off, that's it. Jane will keep hers on for the kids, but there you go. I'm going to grab a bottle of Bollinger along the way, bag of ice in a bucket, get there, happy days. Come on, you scallybacks. Still loads in this lake I haven't had. Anyway, I'm going to carry on watching instead of keep wasting my time blogging you lot.